continuity even though it's the next day. Clever editing. This is my first ever Sony camera. It's the ZV-1 Mark II. And the reason for this video is I have a photo and video job today which I'm currently packing for. Nice little commercial job. It's going to take us from dusk until dark, and I'm going to take this little bad boy along with me just to show you how good the quality is. So let's go. So as you can see, the light is now dropping, sunset's happening. Overall, so far, I'm very impressed with this camera. It's so light and easy to throw into a pocket. The quality seems great. We can see my little face on the side camera. So far, I'm very impressed. I'm just using the microphone that's built into the camera. I haven't put anything on the camera other than a little dead cat, I think, the card little lav mic cover that's included in the box. So if the audio is great, then that's a great mic in the camera as well. But I won't be able to comment on that until I get back and look at the footage. It's all right, isn't it? I know this isn't a totally serious review video of the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, but if you are enjoying it, I've just tried to make it not shit. So it'd really help if you hit that like button for me if you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, then fuck off. As you can see here, the light's dropping loads, but the quality's still looking really good, so fingers crossed when I get back to the computer it still looks good, but overall still really impressed. Alright, so I'm back in the studio and I'm editing through my footage now. A lot of pros, a couple of cons with the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, which I'll talk about in a bit. I also think that the audio quality on the microphone that's built into the camera is great as well. About that, I actually think that the microphone sounded better outside than it does in my studio there. My studio sounded a bit echoey. That might just be because it's an echoey studio. Is echoey a word? Who knows, who cares? So I've just brought it out in the hallway here and I've took the little dead cat off the top just to see if this audio sounds any better. One of the very small cons for this camera, and I don't know if it's just because of the sensor on the camera, I don't know if it's because of a setting in the camera, but the footage to me, it looks like I've got a little sexy Snapchat filter on. I look very beautiful, and I don't normally look that beautiful. I think it's like softened my skin or something. That might just be a sensor thing. It might not be as high quality as I'm used to. So that's a small con, but again, it's to be expected with the size of the camera and the price. It's not a massive issue that the camera's making you look beautiful, is it, in all fairness? If you've watched any other video of mine, you know that I'm not a specifications kind of guy. I'm more of a, does it look good? Is the quality good? Can I use it? And with this camera, the answer is yes. Saying that though, I do think it struggled at night. As you can see in some of the footage, I think that when there was plenty of light, even though it was nighttime, yeah, it handled it well. The contrast was great. It was picking up the light at a nice exposure level. And you can see from them giant inflatable balls that are in some of the footage, everything looked great. It did struggle in other areas though, especially with the red and where there was a kind of dusky blue hour kind of tint to the sky, where it was dark but there was still lights off in the distance. I do think the footage did struggle there, and there wasn't a lot of sharpness to the image as well. And I do just want to finish on a big plus. I know I keep banging on about it, but I think that the size of this camera is just unreal. If you're like me and you're used to shooting with a Canon R6 or a DSLR or a big mirrorless camera or my Fuji X-T3, which I've just got, and then somebody's handing you this tiny little thing and you're getting the quality and the sound that you're getting from it, I think it's just a massive plus. So I just want to end on that note that this is an amazing little camera to just throw in your pocket, and I wish I'd had it sooner in the year, in all honesty. So if you're looking at getting the Sony ZV-1 Mark II and you want to weigh up those pros and cons, I would say it's a definite yes from me. I got this about 300 cheaper than it's going for in this country because I actually imported it from China. It was literally with me within 7 days, which I couldn't believe. The future is now. But I hope this video has helped you make a decision, and I love you loads, and I'll see you in the next one.